What's going on, people internet? Hope all's and well. Today, I want to tip of the new Sony 2470 G Master Mark II. You know how it goes. Let's get to it. All right, guys, hope all's and well and having a beautiful day wherever you are. For today's video, I want to share a new lens that I just added to my arsenal, and this right here is the Sony G Master 24-70 f2.8 lens Mark II. Whew, that was a mouthful. So for those who are new to this channel, I absolutely love the focal length from 24 to 70. The landscapes, the portraits, the product photography, it's literally such a versatile lens for all those situations. This thing is the workhorse of all that I do in photography and videography. You know, with that being said, as of like a couple weeks ago, I've actually owned literally the Sigma lens of this version of 24 to 70, for like 3+ years. Great lens. The Sigma lens really is a tried and true lens. I brought it everywhere and everything that I did. Such a great lens. But, it's 2024 and I just kind of thought and looked at my whole arsenal of lenses and equipment and I was like, maybe this is the time to finally upgrade some of my things because I don't use half of this stuff. Let's sell it. Once I kind of thought to myself, should I really upgrade the 24 to 70? And honestly, all these features, all these things about this lens, something I really love. So let's get started. First things foremost, the first thing that I noticed as soon as I pulled this thing out of the box was the weight and size were so much better than my Sigma lens. So just for comparison, just so I can share why I love this lens a lot, the Sigma lens was like 895 grams, which is like 1.8 pounds. And this lens is like 695 grams, which equates to like 1.5 pounds. Now you could definitely say, bro, 0.3, 0.5 grams, whatever pounds, that's not much of a difference. There's no point, that's stupid. If you talked to me like many years ago, I'd probably say, yeah, that's pretty stupid. I'm just gonna get the cheaper lens. But honestly, as I've been doing hiking, I've been doing all these trips and everything and just carrying all this stuff on my back. As I mentioned before in my previous videos, every ounce counts, every gram counts. Having a lighter lens and a lighter pack really does come and it just makes a difference. So let's talk about the size. My personal opinion, size doesn't really matter, but for some comparison, the Sigma lens was a little bit bigger. It was like 4.84 inches in height. This one here is 4.7. Yeah, not that much of a difference. But as I actually hold this more and more throughout the times I use it, it's pretty comfortable. It's a lot more grippy. It's like a lot smaller to kind of actually hold. There's not so much beef to the actual lens. Honestly, the size and weight of this actual lens is a significant difference from my Sigma lens. For someone who loves travel, someone who holds the camera for like long durations of time, those small nuances of weights does really makes a difference in my personal opinion. Is it really the price point of a difference of $1,000? If you talked to me before in the past, I'd probably say, no, hell no, I don't have the money. Even now, I'm probably like, I don't really think I need it still anyway. All the unused gear that I have and the considerations of what I plan on doing for this channel, especially, for all these other things that I want to do, I just thought to myself, you know what, the size and weight and everything like that, it does go a long way. So 100%, this is a huge plus from my Sigma lens. Next thing I really love about this lens that I really enjoy is the fact that this lens has such great focusing. Guys, in my personal opinion, if you use a lens for like 3+ years over and over again for like practically everything, and then you upgrade to the latest and greatest, you definitely notice the nuances very quickly. My personal use of using this lens over and over again for the past couple weeks, honestly, the sharpness of this camera is very fast. Locks on the subject with no problems at all. In low light situations, super really nice as well. Not much like that focus breathing thing, especially, when I'm doing videos, it's pretty silent as well. So it's pretty nice. Nothing wrong, like I said, with the whole Sigma lens. It's still very sharp. It still locks on its subject. But at least 9 out of the 8, 9, 10 of the times of a shot, I actually get what I need. The Sigma lens, I don't know, maybe it's user error or something, but there are moments when I'm in those really run and gun type situations, especially when I'm like, camping and off-roading with my friends. If I miss that moment, man, it's such a disappointing situation. So having a lens that's really quick and autofocusing and everything is pretty nice to have in my situation. And honestly, I'm pretty glad I upgraded it because for those moments when I really want to get those banger of a shots, I'll never miss it again. All right, guys, finish line here. Last but not least, another thing I love about this lens is the fact that this lens is super teched out. So if I'm being honest with you guys, as soon as I got this lens and put it in my hands, I looked at it and I was like, bro, this thing, there's a lot going on. As you can see, this thing has 2 customizable buttons, really nice. You can program it to whatever you want it to be. And as you can see, there's an iris lock, which is, it locks the aperture in place, which is really nice. There's a clicker switch, which is on and off, so you can have this more tactile feeling of when you change your aperture. An autofocus, a manual focus, pretty typical on every single lens. But there's one thing that I absolutely love about this lens that I don't have on anything that I've ever seen. It's this smooth, tight switch. Personally speaking, this switch was like, I don't know what the hell this is. But as soon as I was like, it's just a regular thing on smooth mode, there's no difference. But for the tight mode, let's just say you're at the focal length of 50. For me specifically, when I'm like, need to get that, sweet commercial shot of something, I don't want, something to bump in or I accidentally change the focal length too much with my fingers. It doesn't lock it in place, but it makes it tougher, obviously. It makes it tighter, so you don't actually change the focal length unless you really want to push it to that extent. For my own personal use, I don't always use this tight function. I personally thought it was a gimmick. As I keep using it, especially like in product photography, it's pretty convenient to kind of just lock in and just have it right there in that focal length, than just kind of finagling it all the time. And you kind of act like it's like a semi-fixed lens. Obviously it's not, but it's a pretty nice feature. As I use it, I understand why they put it. Finish line here, guys, some final thoughts. Overall, this lens is a significant upgrade to my single lens. I really love my single lens a lot, but there's a lot of good features about this lens that I really enjoy. The autofocusing is sharp. I won't really lose the moments, those sweet banger moments that I really want to get. The size and weight and everything, it's definitely much lighter from the other lens that I had before. Doesn't break my back and doesn't like tire out my hands as fast enough. Especially also all the tech that's on this lens, there's a lot of stuff. I won't probably use it all the time in every single situation, but for those small awkward situations that I really do, it's definitely convenient. With that being said and all the good stuff about this lens, 100%, while this is a great lens, if you don't own a 24-70, which is a very versatile lens and focal length, close out the video, pause it, close out the tab. I don't really care. I don't want to recommend this lens to you because while I definitely think the Sigma lens, I did bash it sometimes, that thing is really nice. For half the price of this lens, very, very high quality. I use it for practically every situation. Definitely get those lenses or maybe the Tamron. That's a great lens as well. But this, if you have the money, you want to blow some cash or something, you really are bougie everything, or honestly, you want to want to level up your game and get the latest and greatest, then fine. This lens, I would recommend to you. This is a great lens. Sony did a great job of making this, lots of good features. But honestly, like I said before, if you don't want to spend that much money, go for a different lens. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. It really helped my whole YouTube channel, especially the YouTube algorithm. Comment down below, guys. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about this lens, or you want other recommendations of lenses, or you have other questions, or you want my advice on something, I love to chat. Comment down below. If you like product reviews, you like this type of stuff, you want to join my journey of my whole life as well, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, and God bless. Peace. Ahoy! Oh. Whew. It's getting late. Take it easy, guys. Peace.